Good morning, everybody. Just take a few quiet moments before we begin. Allow the breath, your sacred breath, to work through you and ground you. And then allow the sacred breath to open up higher consciousnesses around you and in you and for you. As the breath goes down to ground, it literally moves up through you to elevate you, to bring more awareness. So just take a few mindful breaths and moments in this before we begin. It seems lately the sacred element of water is our theme, especially during unrestful times, both potentially micro, but definitely macro. And so we go back to the peaceful waters. So we're being guided to enter water. Some of you may enter a creek. Some of you may enter the ocean or something in between. But bring water to your consciousness. And with your mind's eye, with your third eye, you may enter that water. And the awareness today is notice the water you're entering. It is all perfect. Very much like Rumi says, out beyond the ideas of right doing and wrong doing, there is a field, and I'll meet you there. The field today is water. So if you've entered the creek bed, it's very important for your feet to ground there. And you have very purposely entered shallow water because that's where you need to be right now. In a creek bed, when it's shallow, you can see everything, at least one side of everything, right? And depending on the flow of the water, if it's slow or fast, but it's perfect for you. And if you've entered a pond, if you find yourself a little deeper in the water, that's exactly where you need to be. You may find yourself knee deep or waist deep. And if you find yourself in the ocean, if you find yourself swimming or floating where you're not touching the bottom, that is exactly where you need to be. But the key for wherever you are in the water is relaxation, is allowing the water to flow through and around you. Again, very similar to the womb, where you're supported and nurtured. And I'm bringing to my awareness that because three types of water has been brought to our attention, you may be in all three, but there's an holy trinity with all three. And it is the creative part. Water is being in the creation and in the divine flow. So, being directed back to the creek bed, and you may find all of these waters very peaceful. But the creek bed is important to see your feet. You may be very conscious that right now is a very important time to be grounded, to be able to see your feet in the water, and to know that you are safe there and you can explore, and it's perfect. If you find yourself knee deep or waist deep in a pond, maybe a quite peaceful pond, still pond, you're paying attention even more to the ripples. You can touch the bottom, as it's very important for you to feel the bottom of that water, the water bed. And then it's also important for you to be out in the ether and to the air. And you're almost equally connected in both, with the water around you, the vastness of the water around you being a time that you're receiving. You're grounded on the earth, you're in the air, and then the water is around you to inspire you to create. And when we say create, we can say it can be something very literal in your world. And it also can be consciousness. Water represents the flow of consciousness. It can be creating love and peace and harmony. And if you find yourself in the ocean, notice the more you relax, the easier it feels, the way you can just go along with the waves versus fighting it. As we know, if we fight the waves and we fight the ocean, our body is tense and it will sink. But this ocean is vast and powerful. And if you choose to float at the top, you may choose to swim in it and explore even more the depths of consciousness and really being in the ether of that water. And if you choose to float, it is very important now to go with the divine flow of serving in that love and light. You have now become one with that. You are the ocean is you. And all three are the Holy Trinity of the God I am, of the Holy Spirit, the creative medium, and the Sun, the manifestation of love and light. And what occurs when we go with the flow. So we ask today, even when you get off this phone call, and for those of you that will listen to this later, take a few moments and see where you find yourself naturally, what water you find yourself naturally, and really be there. And if you find yourself in sadness or anxiety. If you were to picture that through this metaphor, my guess would be you would be in an ocean that feels tumultuous and busy and a lot of movement, and you may find yourself fighting it. So you can do a couple of things. You can help your body just relax in the ocean. But if the anxiety or the sadness is not relaxing, we welcome you back to the creek bed. We welcome you back to the pond. You are living light. You are living water. So trust you're exactly where you're supposed to be and allow the water to soothe you if you need it. You're never alone. The sacred living water is always with you. And I keep hearing rejoice in it. Allow yourself to be baptized in it over and over again. So much love, so much gratitude, so much appreciation for this moment right now in time with you all and the sacred element of the water. I love you all. Have a beautiful day.